welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to study about prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2 and telophase 2. Means we are going to study about meiotic 2 of meiosis cell division, that is homotypic cell division. Means in this cell division the number of chromosomes in the mother cell is same to its daughter cells. So let us study. Before we are going to study, you should watch this video.
Prophase 2, the chromosomes condense again, and the nuclear membrane vesiculates. During prometaphase 2, the spindle apparatus forms, and the sister chromatids become attached to kinetochore microtubules. In this case, the sister chromatids are aligned along the metaphase, just one pole as in prometaphase 1. At metaphase 2, the sister chromatids are aligned along the metaphase plate, with each chromatid being attached to one pole. The sister chromatids separate or disjoin and begin moving to the poles of the cells during anaphase 2. During telophase.
So, what have you watched in this video? From earlier, just see, in prophase stage, the nucleus is present. In prophase stage, the nucleus contain the number of chromosome. You can see the number of chromosome is 3 over here, and the 2 centrioles you can also see. These 2 centrioles go apart from each other during the prophase stage, and the nuclear membrane again disappear, and the all chromosome is spread inside the cytoplasm. Let's watch once again.
At prophase 2, the chromosomes condense again, and the nuclear membrane vesiculates. During prometaphase 2, the spindle apparatus forms, and the sister chromatids become attached to kinetochore microtubules.
Yes.
In this case, a pair of sister chromatids is attached to both poles, not just one pole as in prometaphase 1. At metaphase 2, the sister chromatids are aligned along the metaphase plate, with each chromatid being attached to one pole.
Yes.
The sister chromatids separate or disjoin and begin moving to the poles of the cells during anaphase 2.
Yes.
During telophase 2, the nuclear membrane reforms and chromosomes decondense.
Yes.
In animal cells, a cleavage furrow is formed that causes cytokinesis or cellular division. As cytokinesis is completed, meiosis II results in the formation of 4 haploid cells.
So I think you understood and watch the video very carefully. Now let us study about second meiotic division, or it is also called homotypic division. What happens during the course of homotypic division? Just we are going to study. During this division, 2 haploid cells formed during first meiotic division undergoes further division and forms 4 haploid cells. Means the 2 haploid cells which you seen during first meiotic division undergo further division and forms 2 each daughter cells. Thus the number of daughter cells become altogether 4. Yes. What happened next? This division is similar to mitosis cell division. That's why it is called homotypic cell division, because in mitosis cell division the number of chromosome in the mother cell is equal to the number of chromosome in each daughter cell. The same thing happen over here. The number of chromosome in each daughter cell is n, and each daughter cell gives again 2 daughter cells, and the number of chromosome in each daughter cell is n, and each daughter cell again re-divide to forms 2 daughter cell, and each daughter cell again contain the same number of chromosome, that is n. Means the number of chromosome remains same over here. That's why it is called homotypic cell division, and it is similar to mitosis cell division, and we will study in the same manner we have already studied during the course of mitosis cell division. So what happened? The second meiotic division is similar to their parent cell with respect to the chromosome number formed in meiosis 1. Hence this division is called homotypic division. The answer is already given here why the meiosis 2 is also called homotypic cell division. So it is one of the most important question. You should remind it. Now, what are the different phases? Already we have studied that there are several phases as in meiosis 1, prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2, telophase 2, and this is followed by cytokinesis 2. Let us study about prophase 2. All the things that had been happened during prophase 1, prophase of mitosis cell division, same thing happen over here in prophase 2. Let us see. The chromosome are distinct. Obviously chromosome become very clearly and with two chromatid. Each chromosome clearly visible with two chromatid. The centriole divide. Again the centrioles divide and it goes opposite to each other toward the opposite poles and forms the spindle fiber. Yeah. So that the division can be proceed. Each centriole divides and two, resulting in the formation of two centrioles and which migrate to the opposite pole. Spindle fibers are formed between the centriole and the nuclear membrane and the nucleolus disappear. The nuclear membrane, as usual, the nuclear membrane and the nucleolus disappear. Let us see the figure is given over here. It is prophase 1. In prophase 1, what can you see? Yes, it is a prophase 1. The two daughter cell, one daughter cell, another daughter cell, which is going under the division. So during prophase 1, all the chromosome is spreading in the cytoplasm and spindle fiber formation has been taken place. So during metaphase, all the chromosome and arranged in the equatorial plane and the chromosome are get divided at their centromere and go to the opposite poles by the pulling of the spindle fiber and they form the four daughter cells. So let us study further what happens during metaphase 2. During metaphase 2, the chromosome get arranged in the equatorial region and the chromatid of each chromosomes are separated by the division of centromere. Means centromere, suppose this is the chromosome and they are attached by the spindle fiber at their centromere, and obviously due to pulling centromere will be break here as usual in anaphase of mitosis cell division. So the spindle fiber are attached to the centromere and some are arranged end to end between the two opposite poles. Let us study what happens further in the anaphase. During anaphase stage, the chromatid gets separated. Chromatid gets separated due to breaking of the centromere. Yeah, you can see this is the centromere and these are the chromatid. So centromere breaks over here and the two chromatid pull toward the opposite pole. By the shortening of the spindle fiber. Yes, so let us study. So the separated chromatid become daughter chromosome and move to the opposite pole due to the contraction of spindle fiber attached to the centromere. Later on, what happens during telophase stage? During telophase, the daughter chromosome uncoil. The same thing happens. It has been coiled during prophase and uncoiled during telophase. Nuclear membrane, which has been disappeared during prophase, again reappear over here. Nuclear membrane formation take place and which surround the all chromosome. Nucleolus again reappear and centrosomes condense, become very small and remain aligned to the near to the nucleus. Yeah. So what happened next? Next is the cytokinesis 2. The cytoplasm is divided into two daughter cell by the constriction of the cell membrane. The cell membrane gets constricted at the center and it breaks the two daughter cells. So cytoplasm get divided over here Let us see. Cytokinesis occur after nuclear division. The two haploid cells are formed from each haploid cell, and thus all four daughter haploid cells formed, and these are undergoes further change in the formation of, so the four daughter cell that has been formed undergoes different changes in the formation of gametes. So gamete, if for the formation of gamete they further change, it is their methods, either it become sperm or ovum. So at that time they have to modify themselves accordingly, because this is only the cell. In case of sperm, the tail formation and the middle pill formation has been take place, and in case of ovum, a thick rigid outer wall formation will take place. So these are the things. So what are the significance of meiosis? In meiosis we have studied that this meiosis cell division take place in the either testes or ovary or reproductive organ, and it forms the gamete. So meiosis cell division is very important for the formation of gamete, because this meiosis cell division maintain the exact number of haploid chromosome in each daughter cell. If the number of chromosome either one or two or more decrease or increase, it can create problems. So meiosis cell division make it exact copy, so that it cannot cause any kind of deformity or changes. So meiotic division produce gametes, and if it is absent, the number of chromosome would double or quadruple means either the number of chromosome get doubled or it 4 times. Quadruple means 4 times, resulting in the formation of monastrocytes means unwanted cell, which cannot be believed to be survive in this nature. Abnormal forms. Thus the constant number of chromosome is given in a given species across generation maintained by meiosis. So meiosis is very important if you see this term. So second, because of the crossing over, yeah, it is very important. We see the different kind of variation among different organisms. So not only different organisms, the same organism in the two child of a same mother, there are so many variations. So this variation is caused due to genetic material exchange, that is crossing over, and this crossing over can be taken place only in case of meiosis cell division. So it is also a raw material for evolution, because the variation helps in the survival of better survival in the environment. The variation provide better survival in the environment, thus it provide an evolution. So it is the end of this chapter, lesson 10 of class 11, cell cycle and cell division. So I think you have understood very well with the videos and the notes and the simple explanation that I explained. If you have any kind of problem and if you have any queries, please ask me in my personal number. Either you call or you can WhatsApp me on this number. Just I am giving you a number 9038919545. Thank you. Bye bye.